Hello, Ahmed.
Hi, Doos. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, me also doing good. Thank you.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry I'm late. I couldn't find the link.
It's okay. No problem. Let's continue with the page directives available in JSP.
All right.
We have already seen one page directive when we created with JSP. So by default, it is giving some page directive here.
Yeah.
Whenever we create a JSP, so I told you that this is a directive. So this directive will dictate something about the page to the container. So my page contains so and so things. So the container, after reading these directives, it will figure out that okay, this page, this JSP page has these many things, and this JSP page talks about some errors, and the other JSP page shows those errors. So these things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here JSP directives are messages that tells the web container how to translate a JSP page into the corresponding servlet.
Okay.
So there are three types of directives: page directive, include directive, tag lib directive. So we will see these two things and tag lib somewhere in our upcoming sessions.
Okay.
So this tag lib talks about some custom tags.
Yes.
And how to use this directive syntax. So here you can see angular brace, percent, and directives begin with at the rate symbol
Okay.
then directive name, and it
Yeah.
has key values, that is attribute and values we say.
All right.
So these attribute values would be multiple, many things also over there. We will see what
Mm.
those attributes and values are. For each directive, there are multiple attribute values. So JSP page directive. So we are browsing to the page directive here. So here, this page directive defines attributes that apply to an entire JSP page which we are coding.
Okay.
Mm.
And how do we write this? And you can say angular base, percent, at the rate symbol, then space, page. So this is a directive. And
Directive.
the attributes and values that are associated with page directive.
Directive.
Mm.
Here you
Yes.
can see there are whole list of attributes and values for page directive which are valid. Okay,
Okay.
till here, till here.
Very.
So import. Suppose your JSP page is using some other classes, then those classes are to be imported. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there may be multiple import attributes and values. Because in your JSP, maybe array list you are using, then import java.util.array list. Okay, got it?
Okay. Got it.
It means it would be like a angular base, percent, at the rate symbol, page. Here attribute name would be import. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
and value
The
would be
class.
java.util.array list.
Yeah.
Mm.
Likewise, another import you can write. So you can write another page directive, same kind of
Mm.
thing, copy paste, angular base, percent, at the rate page, import, import, import equals to now java.util.set assume. Got it?
Got it.
Got it.
So like this, there will be multiple import statements. Then content type. Of course, you can see the content type here. This one, text by HTML, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what they. I mean, what my JSP page contains. Content type.
Mm.
Extends.
Mm.
Suppose if your JSP page is generating something from, then extends. Okay.
Yeah.
Then some information if you want, you can display info. Then buffer. So this talks about when you are sending some output from a JSP response buffer we say.
Mm.
You can mention these buffers, okay?
Okay.
And language. So what language? You can see the language here. Language Java, okay?
Yeah.
Mm.
Likewise, page encoding also with page directive. Because we are browsing through page directive, so I'm showing you this also, okay?
Encoding.
Mm.
Then is EL ignored? So EL in the sense expression language.
Yeah.
We will see that expression language soon in our upcoming sessions. Okay.
Okay.
Once we are comfortable with all the JSP tags, all those tags can be represented in a chart by using this EL expression language.
Mm.
So once we are done with all the JSP tags manually by examples, then we
Mm-hmm.
look into EL so that it becomes easy to you to catch.
All right.
Mm.
And is thread safe? So is your JSP thread safe? So what do you
Mm.
mean by thread safe?
Mm.
Trade. They said.
So if multiple threads are available in your environment,
Mm.
so your JSP would be accessed by only one thread if your JSP is marked as thread safe. That's what we have
Uh,
gone through by example also, right? Thread safety, that is nothing but synchronization. We have gone through, right?
Yeah.
That's what. Thread safe in the sense
mm.
your JSP, when there are multiple threads, would be accessed by only one thread once. When one thread is
Yeah.
accessing, then there will be a lock on your JSP.
Okay.
Once
Mm.
the lock is released, only the other threads would be able to access.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Then auto flush. So we have mentioned the buffer right here. So we can mention the buffer size. If that size is full, then auto flush. That is what response will be given. Okay.
Okay.
Then session. Is your JSP page involved in session?
Yeah.
Okay. Then page encoding, of course, I was showing you some standard. Then error page. So error page will say what is the error page for your JSP. Okay.
Okay.
Suppose you are working with some web pages, there may be error pages which would handle exceptions separately. So you can put that error page name here. Got it?
Got it.
Okay.
And is error page. Is your current JSP what you are working is an error page. You can mark true or false. Okay.
Okay.
Whenever you see is something method name or attribute name, it's a Boolean value. You can see here also is really ignored. Got it?
Got it.
It's a Boolean value, true or false kind of.
Okay.
So those are the things. Now let me go with some example. So I'm explaining you the scenario with my sample. Storage 27. So JSP page directives. So my intention is there is a login page. Login page maybe HTML. Okay.
Okay.
Which has username. And you will be giving a username. Okay. Then submit button. Submit and result.
Yes.
Yes. So once you click on submit button, there will be greetings.jsp, which will display a welcome message. Okay.
Okay.
So to display
Welcome message
to user. So we are going to capture that username and display it. Welcome so and so. Welcome Alex. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
In this greeting JSP, I am going to include two files. I can include two files. They are header.html and footer.html. I am going to include these two files. So what my greeting JSP has is, so it will be like this. I am showing you. So some welcome message. Welcome to Mr. Alex. Okay.
Yeah.
Above this, I'll display some header message here. So this is from header HTML file. So some message. My header HTML has some message. Okay. That message I am going to include here. Okay.
Okay.
Likewise, below this, I have from footer. Okay. It means from my footer HTML, there is some message I'm going to include this here by using include directive. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. So meanwhile, here, suppose if I give blank or empty and click on submit, then an exception should occur. Okay,
Okay.
something. So I have error JSP to display error message. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
what this error message is, username is empty. Okay, this is the error message.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
fine. So in this also, if I want, I can put that header and footer contents to be included. I'm doing like this. This one, likewise this one. Okay, you
Okay.
can see it means I'm including those two files in this page also. Okay, I can.
Yeah.
Right. Even I can include that in my login page also. So here, right, username. So if I want to include, then it should be JSP then.
Mm-hmm.
Because in HTML I cannot include by using directives. Because in HTML, Java code becomes invalid, right? In a JSP you can write the
Right.
Java code, right?
Yeah.
So I can do that here also. Just to make sure that we can include some other files response into our current JSP. Got it?
Got it.
So I need login JSP and header footer HTML, error JSP, and some greetings JSP. These are the components I need to execute my sample. Okay,
Okay.
Okay.
and let me do that. So I close all this, create new dynamic project. JSP directives demo. Go for 2.5. Next, next, finish. Expand this in web content. I'm going to create all those files. New login JSP. Login JSP. Finish. Likewise, I'm going to create HTML. Header HTML. Okay.
Yes.
Finish. Footer HTML.
Mm-hmm.
New HTML. Footer HTML.
Mm-hmm.
Then greetings. JSP. Greetings. Okay.
Okay.
Then error. JSP. Done. So these are the things I need. Now let me code all those things. So in login JSP, let me insert some title. Login page. And inside this body, form tag, right?
Form tag.
Right.
Sorry, not font.
Okay.
This username. That is nothing but
Input.
input type equals to text. Name equals to
First name.
name as and a break tag. Then a submit tag. Input type equals to, make sure it is submit. Name equals to
submit.
Not comma, value. So I'm done. Now, when I give some username and click on submit button, it has to go to greeting JSP, right?
JSP. Okay.
Now, before getting into that, let me include that header HTML and footer HTML contents into my login JSP here. Okay.
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 Include the
Include the header.
mm-hmm.
Likewise, include the footer down here.
Mm.
Footer.
Mm-hmm.
And somewhere here, put a break.
Mm.
So here to submit.
Yes.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Here to submit name equals submit. You have to delete it, right?
Yes, name equals to
Here
uh,
input to name
input.
submit, then value submit.
Well, yes. Yes. What's your
So
doubt?
you put them the name and the value at the same time, or you just remove the name equals
We can
submit.
put name and value here.
Okay.
Value is the thing that is displayed on the button, submit button.
All
For
right.
input type text, username, the name is your name, right?
Yeah, we're used to say the type submit, then value submit, no name submit.
There is a tag also, a name equals to submit.
Oh, okay.
There is, and of course this is valid.
All right. I didn't know about it.
It's like something input type, right? You can see input type here, text. There is name over there, and even you can mention a value also over there. This also has a value. It
Okay.
has a value, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All
So
right.
every input type text has name and value.
Okay.
Those are attributes.
Value.
Yes, I'm talking about. Right. I'm done. Now let me code that header and footer.
Yeah.
So let me write here header file, and here I'm just mentioning just coding here. Okay. I write here. This is my header file message.
Okay.
Simply some message. I'm just formatting it and
Yeah.
try to include this. Okay, I'm done. Same kind of message I take and put in
The
footer.
footer.
Hmm. This is my footer file message. Of course, the title is
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Then, so in login page, I want to include. Yes. So how to include? Percent @ symbol include, and you can see include has one attribute file. What file? Header.html will be
Header.
included.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Somewhere here. Footer.html
Footer.
include.
Footer. Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
So I want to highlight
Okay.
these page directives can be used anywhere in the page. They are valid.
Okay.
One thing. Second thing is,
Mm.
if you can see here hash. This include directive. When I want to include one file, I use
Mm.
one tag, include tag. When
Mm.
I want to use another file, then I'm including. I'm using second include directive. I am not doing
Yeah.
it in one single.
Same. Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
Likewise, here also these things also. If you want, you can do only this thing in one. Second, again you write. You can do this. Third, you can write. You can do this. So multiple page directives can be written. They are valid.
Okay.
Fine. And greetings. So in my greetings, let me put the title.
Waiting page.
Welcome page. And here I need to write the Java code, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm doing it. Okay. Here. Got it.
Got it.
Yes.
So what is it? Scripted or expression or uh, directive? What is it? Declaration directive.
Declaration.
Is this declaration?
No, it's
What
not
is the name of?
declaration.
Then
Scriptlet.
absolutely. If it is a declaration, it should be having this, right?
Yeah.
Exclamation.
Yeah, it's not same.
I do want some Java code here. I do that here.
Mm.
So request dot get
Get
name. Sorry, get
name.
parameter.
Parameter.
Yeah. With parameter.
And give the big
Your
parameter
name.
name. Your name, absolutely.
Mm.
Your name. And this gives me
String.
string. Right?
Right.
Right.
Then I'm going to check if this username
Username dot equals.
double equals to null. It means you are not submitting a value,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Or if it is empty, string empty equals, okay,
Good.
this username.
Mm.
Yeah.
What to do?
Mm.
I want to throw new exception.
Exception.
This one I want to do. And in this username is empty. Okay.
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 Now where should it go? It should be in some what is that? It should be in error page, right? This message has to be displayed in error page, right?
Yeah. In error page.
So to my
JSP.
greeting JSP, what is the error page? This one, error
Error
JSP, right?
JSP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So in your greeting JSP, you have to tell your web container that if something goes wrong, there is an error page for me.
Mm-hmm.
I want to tell that using a page directive. Yes,
Oh.
page. And here you can see there are various attributes right here.
Mm.
So I am
It's
going to
error
mention
page.
error page, not is error page, error page. This
Oh.
is my error page. We need to mention
Okay.
error.jsp.
All right.
If something goes wrong, then this error page would be called.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm done. Here the thing is I need to display the name, right? A welcome username, right? So
Yeah.
I'm doing it here.
Oh.
I write a header. Welcome, Mr. And I need to display the username, right?
Yeah.
That is nothing but username, and it is an expression.
Yes.
Expressions don't need a semicolon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. I'm done. Now we need to code this error JSP, right?
JSP, yeah.
So in error JSP, and before that, grading JSP, I need to include that header and footer also here. I can do that.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Right.
So
Copy.
let me go to login JSP, copy this, that's it. And put here in your greetings. And go to login, copy that footer.
Yeah.
Below this welcome message, right?
Yeah.
Done. Now go to my error JSP. My error JSP also has those things, right? Footer,
Yeah.
as well as header,
Header.
included. Along with this welcome message we need, right?
Yeah.
No, not welcome message, error message. Sorry.
Error message.
Error message. So I need to obtain that error message. So I am going to write a scriptlet. Observe there carefully. So here I am doing an expression. Exception dot get message. So here you can see in our greeting JSP, I am throwing an exception, right?
Right.
And here there is some error. Exception cannot be resolved. Okay. So here there is exception cannot be resolved. Okay. Let me talk about here. You can see here. I have thrown an exception object. I have thrown an exception object. So this exception has to be caught in my error JSP, right? So exception dot get message I tried. Okay.
Okay.
So this exception is throwing an error. Exception cannot be resolved, right? So I need to tell my error page that this is an error page, right?
Okay.
In greeting JSP, I told what is error page.
Yeah.
Now I say at page directive, this is my error page. Yes, is error page. Yes.
True.
And I'm going to save it. Observe carefully. And you can see exception object error was removed. Got it? So if you don't mark this as your error page, then exception, which is an implicit object, will not be available to you.
Yeah. Okay.
Now
Excuse
let me
me,
go
sir.
to yes.
If, for example, we don't create an error page, and in the greeting GSP, even if we don't, this message can't be displayed. Username is empty.
Then we don't see it as an exception. It will be as a normal static message.
Okay.
You can write here out.println, you can write, right?
Yes.
Out is an implicit object.
Yeah.
So we can use that
Mm-hmm.
out dot println and display
Yes.
some message.
Something. Yeah.
Like hello world
Yeah.
message we displayed so long ago, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Then you can write username empty here, but then that is not an exception.
Yes. Okay.
I included exceptions also in my example. How to code exceptions in our
Yes.
JSPs. Got it?
Got
Okay.
it.
Get it.
Fine. I'm done with my sample. Now I'm executing this. If you want, you can configure this in welcome page. Welcome, that is WebXML. Login.jsp you can configure. Yeah. And you can move rest of the files if you don't need. So if you configure, you can directly run the project. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Run as run on server. And finish. Observe, I executed the project, not the login HTML, login JSP directly.
Yeah.
As I configured it in welcome file list, you can see there is no login.jsp here in the URL.
Okay.
When you execute login JSP, it will be login JSP. Okay.
Yeah.
And here, this is some header message and some footer message. Okay.
Okay.
These things.
Mm.
I'm going to click on username. I mean, so I'm going to give a name, Alex. Okay.
Yeah.
Submit. Welcome, Mr. Alex. But that is welcome message at the greeting JSP. And the username request was get type by default.
Yes.
Yeah. Good.
And these messages from header as well as footer are included. These messages are static messages, we say. It means those messages will not be changed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And I go back, I refresh. Okay.
Okay.
Now I
Submit.
give a submit here. Username
Username
is
is
empty.
empty. Yeah.
And of course I included this header and footer over there also.
Yeah.
Got it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So we are done with our directives then.
Okay.
So I just repeat the flow of execution. So I have a login JSP where I'm going to enter username. Then after clicking the username, after providing username and click on submit button, this control goes to creating JSP because of this action. And the request type is get by default. Okay.
Yes.
Then it goes to greetings. In greetings, if the username was empty, if it is null, if you don't provide, it is null. Okay.
Yes.
If you give sorry, if you don't provide, it's empty, and if you give a wrong parameter name, then it is null. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you don't provide this would be executed, and if you give a wrong parameter name here, this is the result. Username becomes null. Okay. I am addressing both the things.
Okay.
During that case, throw an exception. So I included exceptions also in my JSP. So this exception. So when there are exceptions errors in your JSP, then if something bad happens, then all those bad things has to go to separate JSPs.
Yeah.
Then
Yes.
error JSP I have told that my greeting JSP, if something goes wrong, the error message has to be translated to error JSP.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
Okay.
got it?
got it.
Yeah.
So of course, these pages are being included, of course. I'm using that exception object. So exception object should be available that my error JSP is an error page.
Yeah.
Yes, it's true. Okay.
Okay.
Then exception dot get message. Done. All right.
Yes.
So here, yes, this is the login page, and I give a name. And here, welcome Emma, and it is greetings.js. With our include, I am including the entire header,
Can you come
and my
again?
greetings.jsp is already a JSP, so it is a HTML code. I am
Excuse me,
talking about
sir.
the including files. This one. Header as
Okay.
well as, yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I couldn't hear you
Can
before.
you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I am talking about including the header HTML, footer HTML files. Okay.
Okay.
My greetings JSP where I am including these additional resources. Additional resources. My greetings JSP is a JSP page. It means that it has HTML code, right?
Yeah.
Inside this HTML, you can see HTML, head, body, are there in greetings JSP, right?
Right.
In header HTML, there is again HTML, head,
Yes.
title, body, right?
Right.
So when you are including this header or footer HTML, what happens is one thing. When does these header and footer HTMLs are included in your greetings JSP? One question.
When you want to display something on the browser,
Of course,
all
the
the
thing is
time.
when my greetings JSP, yes, yes, absolutely. When my greetings JSP is undergoing that stages, right? Init service just right?
I cannot hear you. Maybe internet connection is going slowly.
Maybe, maybe. Now can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Shall I continue?
You can go back.
I am focusing, yes, I am focusing on when does this include directive works?
Yeah. Okay.
When this header HTML and footer HTML are actually included in our current greetings JSP.
Okay.
The answer is the greetings JSP undergoes those lifecycle stages, right? Init service just right.
Yeah.
Prior to init service just right, there is a JSP translation phase, right?
Yes.
Hello,
Hello.
Yeah.
I
hello.
have connection.
Hello.
Hello.
When P is converted into Java, hello, hello,
Yes.
Oh, hello, Hamed. I can hear you.
hello.
Yes, hello.
Both of yes. Both
Yes.
of you. Can you hear? I repeat. I repeat.
Yes.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying that this header as well as footer HTMLs, whatever you are including using page directive include, those
Mm-hmm.
files would be included during translation phase.
Okay.
Oh,
That is very, very
okay.
important. Very, very important. Directives are included
During
During.
translation
during
phase.
translation phase.
Mm.
All right.
Second thing is, I'm including this header HTML, right? So what happens is with this include is the contents present in the header HTML would be copy pasted into my greetings JSP.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Mm.
Okay, so that your
Yeah.
greetings JSP code would be increased. The lines of code gets increased.
Yeah.
Okay.
And third thing is when you are including the other HTML into your current JSP, your current JSP already has HTML head, what is that? Body tags, right?
Body, yeah, the tags.
In your header HTML also there are header or footer, whatever it is.
Yes.
There is head, body, right?
Yes.
So it's better to avoid this head, body tags
In
because
the
in one
HTML?
HTML there will be one head and one body, right? There will not be
Yes.
multiple bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even though I did not remove this, the versions which are we are using are intelligent and they are removing them. Okay,
All right.
or even though they are included, it is wisely displaying the this
The
responses. Okay,
message. Yeah.
so it is advised to remove those body tags. Just put only HTML, saying that this is a HTML. Okay,
Okay.
three things. Make a note. And if I go back to my directives, directives. In my Word file, of course, JSP directives, these things. Along with this, there are few samples here. Can
Yeah.
you try working out on this? So
Sure.
here they are
Yes.
talking about import option. Import so and so
Mm.
class, date class, and display today's date. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
And content type. So content type you can see. So application by MS Word is also a content type. You better use, I mean, it's already used, of course. It's already used in our content type, this one, text by HTML. Okay.
All right.
Um, some information, so composed by some author. I'm talking about base directive with info attribute. Okay.
Info. Okay.
This page is composed by yourself, maybe Emma or Dose. So you can write your name here, author name.
Mm.
And in your HTML, you can get servlet info. There is a method, right? Get servlet info.
All right.
And
Mm.
that is returning this, and you can use that and it will display that message. Okay.
Okay.
And buffer, you can mention some size here,
Mm.
kilobytes it is. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
So here we can ignore that expression language which we are going to see in our upcoming sessions. So by default the value of the this attribute would be false. You need
Yeah.
to remember the default values also.
Yes.
This becomes one of the important interview questions.
Mm-hmm.
The default values for attribute values for these directives. Okay.
Yeah.
By default, the expression language
It's
is
false.
EL ignored is false.
Okay.
Mm.
It means EL expression language is valid over there and it is not ignored. It means
Mm.
able to follow is EL ignored. If you say true, expression language would be ignored.
Ignored,
If you
yeah.
say false, it is not ignored. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Expression language is enabled by default. Okay?
All right.
Okay.
If you want to ignore it, you have to code it like this. Expression language
Yeah.
equals to expression language ignored equals to true. Okay?
Okay.
And here, servlet is thread safe. So servlet and JSP both are multi-threaded. It means in multi-threaded environment, we can use these servlets as well as JSP. Okay?
Okay.
If you want to control this behavior of JSP page, you can use eThreadSafe attribute of the page directive when you are working with multi-threaded environment.
Mm.
The value of eThreadSafe value is true.
Mm.
And if you make it false, so by
Mm-hmm.
default it is true. Okay? If you make it false, the web container will serialize the multiple requests. That is, it will wait until the JSP finishes responding to a request before passing another request. Synchronization.
Yeah.
Got it? If you
Got
want
it.
to achieve a synchronization, you need to mark it as false.
False. Yeah.
Okay?
Mm.
And
Yeah.
this is very important. Please make a note. They will ask you in the interview. How can you
Okay.
make your JSP a thread safe? Okay?
Yeah.
Of course, the error page we have seen. So the error page attribute is defined, is used to define the error page. If exception occurs in the current page, it will be redirected to the error page.
Yes.
Then is your error page. So in our error page, we need to mark it as true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, that's about directives. So implicit objects then, okay. In the include directive, you can see the include directive includes the original contents of the included resource of the page translation time. That's what I already told you.
Yeah. Yes.
Inclusion happens at the page translation time and the contents are copy pasted.
Yes.
Yes.
So advantage of include directive is code reusability.
Yeah.
Um, and here also you can see the include directive includes the original content. So
Yes.
the actual page size grows at runtime.
Mm.
Right?
Right.
Fine. Yes. JSP implicit objects. So I have been telling about that implicit objects, right? So
Yeah.
I'm just
Yes.
revising them. Of course, we have been using them and I have
Yeah.
already told about them. I'm just revising it. There are 9 JSP implicit objects.
Mm-hmm.
These objects are created by web container and they are available to all the JSP pages. So the available implicit objects are, so these things, out, request, config, session, application. So these are the object names, reference variable names. So you can see here, whenever I say request, actually what class it is referring to? It is referring
HTTP
to HTTP
server
server
service.
request. So you need to remember the type of that object. These left side are implicit objects, which you can
Yes.
use them directly in your JSP page.
Yeah.
And you need to remember the type of the class. So out
Yes.
is an object for JSP writer.
Mm.
Response is an object for HTTP servlet response.
Okay.
Config is an object for servlet config.
Okay.
Application, so servlet context.
Context.
Session, HTTP session network. Page context, that is page context, we already have a component. Page is an object of java.lang.object. Okay.
Yeah.
Exception, throwable. So exception is an object of throwable class. Okay.
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 So print out object, implicit object. How do you get response dot get writer, and you can get that
Yeah.
later. And so they have given some example using that out. Of course, we have done that also so long
Yes.
ago, right?
Yeah, we did.
And response implicit object. So it is nothing but HTTP servlet response. And there is some example here. You can work out on that. You can easily understand this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Request. So HTTP servlet request, and with the help of request, we can get the parameter names, set parameter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Exception. So exception is a throwable object, .lang throwable, and this object can be used to print the exception messages.
Yeah.
But it can only be used in error pages. Generally, we use it in error pages. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Config is an object of select config. So in WebXML, if you define these config parameters inside init parameter, you can access them in your JSP and display. Previously, we done with servlets, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
We used to display that in web page constructing using the servlet. Even in
Yes.
JSP also you can do that. So they are valid.
Okay.
Application, nothing but servlet context.
Yeah.
We are going to configure that servlet context related information in context parameters. Context parameters.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And session. That is nothing but HTTP session.
Yes.
So you can use this. Yeah, working with setting the attribute, getting the attribute on session. This thing in JSPs.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Page context is an implicit object of page context class, and the page context class can be used to set and get attributes, get remove attributes from one of these scopes. So you can set an attribute, get an attribute, and remove an attribute from page, request, session, application. Okay.
Okay.
So here you can see there is an example. I'll explain you this example. There is an index HTML where you are going to provide username and click on submit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So from there it goes to welcome JSP, right? Because action, form action, welcome JSP. In welcome JSP, what is happening is you are getting that parameter name, whatever the user is supplying, username, and you are displaying welcome username, right?
Right.
After displaying, page context directly can be used because it is an implicit object. Small case, C is in uppercase. Set attribute. I am setting this attribute username. See this name. Okay. You can see set attribute. Now it is having third argument. With the help of page context, I am setting it on. You can see session scope. Got it? page
Got
context
it.
dot session scope,
Uh,
and there is a link, second JSP page, and href, when you click on that link, it goes to second JSP. Got it?
got it.
In my second JSP, I am going to obtain from page context get attribute this username, whatever I am mentioning from session scope. Got it?
Got
Now
it.
get attribute has two arguments here. Particularly from session scope you get. I got it and display that. Display that. Okay.
Okay.
So with the help of page context, what we have learned, we can set get attributes, remove attributes on these various scopes.
Okay.
Fine. Execute this sample as well.
Okay.
Right. Page. So this JSP, what is that? Implicit object is of type java.lang.object. And this
Yeah.
object is assigned to the reference of auto-generated servlet. So what page is it referring to? It is referring to the object, that is, better say, the JSP is translated into Java class. So auto-generated servlet class the object it is representing to. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So object page. So for using this object, it must be cast to servlet type. So here you can see my page dot. There is a method called log. Some message you can log to display. Okay,
All right.
and it is typecasted to HTTP servlet. Since it is of type object, it is java.lang.object. So you need to downcast it to actual object, right?
Yeah.
So that's what they are talking to. That's it. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Fine. Done with implicit objects.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Can you please do one example about on the page object? I didn't get it well.
This one. Where is the page object?
Yeah, this is object.
This one you say. So
Yes.
let me copy this, and put in my, where is that? So in my greeting JSP, I will write somewhere down here. Okay.
Okay.
Then what is this attached? Multiple annotations found at this line, syntax error, insert a semicolon to complete statement. Of course, there is a semicolon. There is a semicolon. I cut this. Now no error messages, and put somewhere down here. Still there is an error message. Okay. So page is an object and we have to string wait and wait notify. We don't have log message. Maybe that is why it was giving an error. Yes. Let me search for an example.
Mm-hmm.
In JSP. And you can see a note. This is very rarely used on servlet. Yes, you can see. And are they using anything page here? Let me do that. Control F, page. Page context, page object. Okay, get class, get name. Okay, you can see here.
Mm-hmm.
On page, get class, get name. They have used generated sublet name. Okay,
Okay.
let me use this. Let me use in my URL. Yes, and let me use this. Okay, what is happening here? I'm going to use this sample, right? And I am displaying some message get generated sublet name, and I am obtaining that sublet name using page dot get class dot get name. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and here they ask to typecast to HTTP sublet, and cannot cast from string. Sorry, it is getting get name, right? So no need. Get name is returning a string, right? No need to typecast. And I'm executing this. My greeting JSP would be displaying some name, okay? And let me put a BR tag here.
Okay.
Done. Welcome page. Let me refresh. And I'm giving a name Emma.
Okay.
Got it?
Got it.
Okay. Yeah, got it.
Fine then.
Okay.
Another thing I want to highlight.
Okay.
Whenever you have some queries, you can, I mean to say, you have to learn how to explore and get a solution for that.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
what I showed
Yeah.
you here. Example
Yep.
of using page implicit object in JSP. I went for few suggestions. I found one and I used it.
Yes. Mm.
Fine. Let Close this, I don't know. And I highlighted that this page object is very rarely used. We do something
Yeah.
about, we do something with the servlets, not using the servlet name. So by using servlet name, nothing can be done, right? The thing is, you can get the metadata information about the servlet by using this page object, right?
Right.
Right.
Ah, and that log was giving error, right? There is no log message, log method actually. You can ignore that.
Yes.
Then yes. So Java beans, of course, we have already used, of course. They are nothing but POJOs, right? Main
Yes.
old Java object. And to follow a Java bean, there should be something to be mentioned in the class. It should have a no or constructor, which I already labeled, right?
Yeah.
And these
Right.
beans should be serializable.
Oh.
It should be serializable. It means
Okay.
like employee class which we have created, they can implement Java.io serializable interface, right?
Yeah.
And it should provide setter and getter methods.
Yes.
And why we use Java beans? So according to Java white paper specification, it is a reusable software component. Bean, Java bean. A bean
Okay.
encapsulates many objects into it. So we can
Okay.
Yeah.
access this object from multiple places.
Yes.
And it increases the easy maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
For these reasons, we go for Java beans. And
Mm.
they give some
Oh,
example about
Okay.
employee name and ID of the employee, constructor, getters and setters. Okay, and they are using it. So here public static void. Okay, they have not used the web application. They made use of simple core Java application. In main method,
yeah.
we created an employee project. Of course,
Mm.
we have already used this Java beans with our servlets, right?
Right.
Right.
We
Okay.
used it. Yeah. Hello?
Hello. Hi. Hey, Dus.
Use bean.
I can not hear you, Ahmed.
Me too.
Can you hear me, Dus?
Yes, I can, but not
Oh.
Ahmed.
Talking.
Oh,
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
hi.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Ahmed.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes.
I can hear you.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
maybe due to network disturbance.
Mm.
Yes. So I was talking about that use beans, right? Use bean.
Yeah.
Use beans are nothing but the Java objects we just use with servlets, bean objects. We have
Oh.
special tags to use those bean objects, and we are studying them under JSP action tags.
Okay.
Okay.
So when we talk about JSPs, there are basic things about JSPs like one, life cycle stages of JSP. Two,
Yeah.
JSP scripting elements. They are three, right? What are they? Scripting
Oh.
tags. We say. What are they?
We have expression,
Right,
declaration, and
right. Scriptlet.
A
yeah.
scriptlet. Yeah.
Next,
Mm.
we have seen implicit objects. 9
Yes.
implicit objects, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And next to that, we have action tags.
Oh.
There are 7 action tags. These things. Okay.
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 Okay. So we are browsing through JSP action tags now. So we call it as action elements.
Yeah.
So scripting elements, then action tags. Of course, directives also are very important. We have gone through directives also,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
Now, so there are many JSP action tags or elements. Each tag is used to perform some specific task.
Mm-hmm.
These action tags. The action tags basically are used to control the flow between the pages and to
Mm.
use the Java beans.
Okay.
Okay, and you
Okay.
can see JSP forward action tag, include action tag. How do we write JSP colon forward?
Okay.
JSP colon include. Okay, and by looking at this forward and include itself, you can easily catch that they are talking about forwarding a request to another
Yeah.
JSP.
Another
Yeah.
GSP.
You
Okay.
transfer from other JSP to into your current JSP, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have done it using request
Servlet.
dispatcher in servlets, right?
Yeah.
So here we have separated tags JSP forward,
Okay.
JSP include. Then to work out with the use bean, bean, JSP use
Okay.
bean, there is it.
Mm.
If you want to
Yes.
set the properties, you can go for set property.
Properties.
If you want to get the property in the sense the attributes present in the bean.
Uh-huh.
Like for example, employee ID and the name of the
Yeah.
employee.
Mm-hmm.
You can set the name, get the name. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And JSP plugin, which works with some plugins, and JSP
Mm-hmm.
parameters, JSP param, and JSP
Mm.
fallback.
Go back.
Of all these, these are important, and we will be handling these things. Not plugin, this thing. This thing. Rest of
Okay.
them you can ignore.
Five.
Okay.
Okay.
So JSP use bean, set property, get property are used for bean development, and we will see by example.
Okay.
And you can see JSP forward action tag, how to use it. So this JSP forward action tag is used to forward the request to another resource. The purpose is to forward the request to another resource, right?
Mm. Right.
So that resource may be a JSP or HTML or another servlet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
How to write that?
Okay.
Angular base JSP colon forward to what page you have to go or to what page you are forwarding. And here you are going a relative URL.
Okay.
And you can see here. So while forwarding, you can see JSP colon forward. So JSP colon forward beginning, JSP colon forward ending. I mean to say start tag and
Ah.
close tag, beginning
Ah.
tag,
Mm.
close tag. So here
Okay.
you are going to mention to which page it is being forwarded.
Uh,
Along with that forward, if you want, you can send some parameter values also.
okay.
Oh,
Parameter name, parameter value. Okay.
Mm. Mm.
okay.
here there is an action. There is some example you can refer to after executing a simple example using these things.
Yes.
So forward and likewise include. So JSP colon include tag is used to include the contents of another resource. It may be a HTML or JSP or a sublet. Okay.
Okay.
JSP include action tag include the resource at request time. So this is the
Yes.
basic difference between the inclusion using directives and inclusion using actions. You include a resource into your current JSP by using either JSP and directives include or JSP include action. With JSP directives, we have seen that this inclusion happens during translation phase. Okay.
Yeah.
Here, this JSP include action will be including so and so file which you are including at a request processing time. When you request the JSP during the time it happens, that is at execution time. So these are better for dynamic pages. Okay.
Yeah.
We will see the example. Then advantage of JSP include is reusability, of course.
Yeah.
Code reusability. And how to use this syntax? JSP colon include page, what page you are including. And here you can see, while including, you can see here JSP colon include beginning, closing. You can include some parameter values also.
Yeah.
Get parameter. Okay.
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 Use bean. So this use bean talks about the beans. So the use bean action tag is used to locate and instantiate a bean class. Observe that this use bean will search for a bean and then instantiate also. Got it?
Got it.
And if bean object is if bean object of the bean class is already created, it does not create the bean. Depending on the scope, I mean to say, we have seen creating a bean object, right?
Right.
And you can set that bean in a scope, right?
Yeah.
Maybe session.set attribute or request.set attribute or context dot, that is application.set attribute, right?
Right.
So here, this use bean tag will find a bean and then instantiate a bean class. It means it finds a bean and it creates an object for the bean. Okay.
Yeah.
So while finding here, if a bean object of so and so bean class is already created, mean already existing bean object.
Okay.
In so and so scope, maybe request or session or application.
Okay.
And but if object bean is not created, it instantiates bean. So when it is existing, this JSP use bean will make use of it. If it is not existing, it will create one.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And how to use this? Observe here, JSP colon use bean is the action. It has ID, and here instance name. So for employee Pojo, how do we create a bean? Employee EMP equals to new employee, right?
Right.
Over there, this EMP is nothing but this ID. Reference variable. Able to catch?
Yes.
So ID is used to identify the bean in the specified scope. So scope we are mentioning here. Is it a page scope or request scope or session or application? We are going to mention with scope attribute. Okay. And what is the class of that? So you are going to give the class name here. com.res.java.servlet-demos.beans.employee.
Yeah.
Then type. So if it is of type any, suppose assume I have employee and I have a regular employee, contract employee. Regular employee and
Okay.
contract employee being are extending from employee.
Yeah.
Then you can mention my class is of type so and so.
Okay.
Then bean name. So you can use some name here. Okay, some name of your choice.
Okay.
Then ASP has been opening, closing here. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So here scope. Scope has various values. I mean one among these. Okay. So scope represents the scope of the bean. It may be a page, request, session, or application. The default
Mm.
scope is current page. Okay.
Okay.
So page specifies that you can use this bean within the JSP page. And this is the
Mm.
default scope, and do remember this default scope value page.
Okay.
Yes.
Request scope. So if you specify a request, then specifies that you can use that bean from any JSP page that process the same request. Got it?
Got it.
Yeah.
So it has wider scope than the page. From this page you compared, request should be having wider scope, right?
Right.
Right. Right.
Session specifies that you can use the bean from any JSP in the same session.
Mm.
So whether process the same request or multiple requests.
Okay.
So in a session, there may be multiple requests, right?
Yeah.
For
Right.
Yeah.
example, you log into your Gmail, click on inbox, drafts, sent items. You are giving multiple requests over there, right?
Yeah.
All those multiple requests are tied up with one session, right?
Yeah.
Right.
That session with your Gmail account is from login to logout, right?
Right.
That's what they are talking about. If you put some
Ah.
Mm.
being in session scope, it is available for multiple requests that belonging to that session. Okay,
Okay.
Okay.
and it is wider to request, right?
Mm.
Right.
Then application. So application specify that you can use this bean from any JSP page in your web application, and it is the widest scope.
Mm.
Got
Okay.
it?
Got it.
Yes.
Then of course class is nothing but the class name you need to write here. Tom dot the entire package in class name,
Okay.
and it must not be abstract. Make sure,
Mm.
and
All
it must
right.
have no constructor. These are very important.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so, because they are
Yeah.
beans. Bean should have
Mm.
a no constructor. It's a rule.
Yeah. Mm.
Then type provides a bean, a data type if the bean is already exist in the scope and it is mainly used with a class, and if you use without the class the bean name type, you just remember the type is nothing but the parent type. Okay,
Yeah.
then bean name,
Mm.
some name you are going to give. Okay,
Okay.
and
Mm.
they have given some sample. You can work out on the sample after I execute a sample from my making use of this forward, include, set
Mm.
JSP, use bean, and JSP set property and get property.
Okay.
So set
Mm.
property and get property talks about. We have seen creating a bean, use bean, right?
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
that there are properties, right? For employee it is ID and name.
Mm.
So to set the properties and get the properties, we use these tags. Okay.
Okay.
So set property and get property action tags are used for developing web application with Java Bean. In web development, a bean class is mostly used because it is a reusable component.
Mm.
So JSP colon set property sets a property value or values in the bean using setter method. So my employee Pojo
Yes.
has attributes. One is ID name, setters,
Yeah.
getters, constructor, right?
Right.
So with the help of those setter methods, this gets set. Got it?
Got it.
And how to use it?
Right.
JSP colon set property name. So this name is
In
nothing but
sequence of
the ID you gave, right? Some value EMP.
Yeah.
For employee, EMP is the ID I told you, right? With JSP use bin.
Yeah.
This name should be that EMP. Okay.
Mm.
The property either you can represent star or property each name. Okay. If you represent a star, it means you are setting all the properties at once.
Okay.
I'll show you my example, of course. Okay.
Yeah.
Then, so JSP set property open, close. Then, so here you can see JSP colon set property for your being EMP, name
yes.
equals to EMP you have to give. Property equals to, you can make a star. It means you are setting
Yeah.
all the properties for your being.
Mm.
Else, you can set property one by one. Set property to my EMP username. So my employee here maybe ID, maybe employee name. These are the properties, right?
Right.
Right.
And here you can see you can set a value also. So JSP colon set property for my employee being for username mentioned Kumar as a value.
Okay.
It means we are hard coding this value here. This one.
All
Okay.
right.
And get property. You can obtain the value by using JSP colon get property. Name, that is EMP. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Property. What property? Maybe ID or name, whatever it is. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
And we have given some example. Let me go to this. Yes. And I'll perform an example. We will give me 5 minutes time. Let me have some water and come back.
All right.
Okay. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
Yes. Let me create one web project.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm closing all these things so that there will not be any confusion.
All right.
Okay.
New dynamic web project. And here actions, JSP actions. 2.5 modules. Finish. So here, the thing is, I have a login page, registration page. So registration page, that's a JSP. I'm creating this registration JSP.
I cannot see your screen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So it's
Is this clear
static.
now?
Yeah.
That file.
So let me write here. What I am doing is JSP actions demo. I have a registration JSP. In this, I am using first name, last name, designation. These are the data I am capturing from the user. So user is going to register.
Okay.
Okay.
So there is a registered button and a reset button. Once this registration is success, I am displaying a success JSP. Success JSP. In the success JSP, I am displaying registration success message. Okay. Along with that,
Okay.
I am displaying these three data. These three data. Okay.
Okay.
Let me do this. So registration JSP. I just created, and I am giving
Registration
page. REGIS file. Here, same as usual, form.
Yeah.
Then input type. Text. Name, but not
Last name.
name.
First name.
So that is first name, right? So
Yeah. First name. First name.
First name. And the BR tag. I copy this. Paste here. So last name. And of course here last name. And here designation of actually. And here it is designation.
Yeah.
I'm done. So submit button.
Yes.
Input. Type submit.
Submit. And I give a name here.
Submit.
Where will you
submit.
Register, because it is registration. So okay, register.
Yes.
Okay.
Register.
Yeah.
And a reset button. Yes, I'm done.
Yeah.
So I need a bin here. I'm going to put these three values into a bin, and from that bin I'm going to capture and display. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Right. So a bin in my resource. It's a class. User class. It has
Private
first name
person.
and its
Yes.
private string designation
Wow.
and setters and getters. So
Yeah.
generate setter clauses.
Okay.
And then it's done. Now access page in web content. Access page. Access page. If you put the title here,
Success page.
I have to display those data, right?
Right.
So before that, from registration JSP, I need to take this and put that in bin, right?
Okay.
I need to create a bin. So I create a bin here. So JSP colon use bin. Okay.
Colon.
Yeah.
ID user and
User.
class. So my class is nothing but the user class,
User.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I created it directly here. I did not create a package. So let me put it in a package. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, I take it, drag
Yeah.
and drop.
Yeah.
Okay. And of course, I need to use this. Okay, let me remove this. I have here. Okay, this one,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. Okay.
Dot user is the
User.
class.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we need to import this class, right?
Yeah.
You mentioned the class name here. So you need to import that, right?
Yes.
So how do you import?
By using
Directive.
directive.
JSP import. Direct import.
Import
Okay.
st user.
User.
So that my user class is now available, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Now class is this. Then look for some other scope. I mentioned it request. Okay. And JSP
Okay.
using begins here, closes here. Okay. Now any other things? Let us see. Control space bean name type we don't need. Okay. Yes, I'm done. Yes, I'm done. I have created a bean now. Okay. Now I need to set the property, right? I mean
Right.
to say I need to take these and put in that bin, right?
Yeah.
So I can do that using JSP colon set property.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that here. So I'm writing a Java code here. So I'm writing some condition here. If what if he submitted this name. So request.get parameter, I say string submitted value equals to request dot get parameter, and here use that submit name. I am talking about this submit name.
Okay.
Button semicolon semicolon. If this submitted value is not equals to null, then I need to set
Get
the values to my bin. Okay,
Okay.
it means that this will execute when after you provide some values and then click on submit. Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
and here, so I need to write a JSP uh, JSP set property, that is set bin, right? Set property which is
Right.
JSP colon set property. This I need to set. Okay. All right.
All
Name is
right.
nothing. Name is nothing but this ID I told.
Mm-hmm.
So to that bean, okay.
Yeah.
And property, I said star. All the properties,
Oh,
whatever I'm
okay.
selecting, all the properties.
Yeah.
And when does this get executed? Here, it has to execute, right? So
Mm.
I need to put this here, right?
Yeah.
It will throw some error. The thing is, this is JSP code, right?
Yeah.
And this is Java
Right.
code, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So you open this tab, and you can see my if condition begins here and closes here, right?
Right.
So what you
Right.
do is you close that scriptlet here and open another scriptlet like this. Uh, the thing is not here, not here. Now you can see there are no error. Got it? This is Java code. In JSP, Java code is written in scriptlets. So my scriptlet begins, closes here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, my if condition is not execute, not completed, not completed
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
there is an opening brace and it has to close, right?
Mm-hmm.
So closing
Mm-hmm.
brace is also a part of Java code, right?
Okay.
So I
Okay.
am
Right.
closing here. But I want to set properties when this value is not null. So I have put this inside this. Got it?
Got it.
Right.
So this is how you segregate your JSP code and Java code.
Mm.
Fine.
Fine.
Now let me go to success page. Success page. While likewise success page. While the set property, let me close the set property. While setting this property, and here check this. I need to forward some message here. I'm just trying to do. Set property closes submit down. JSP colon set property. So my set property opens and closes here. Here I say JSP. Okay. All right. I thought of introducing some value. I'll introduce so. Uh, what is that? Okay. We provide some value and click on submit button, and it has to go to JS. That is success page, right?
Yeah.
Success page. Here and here. Let me go to success page. Success page, and here success page I got. Now I need to get the values right. Get
Yeah.
first name, last name,
Mm-hmm.
designation, and display here, right?
Yeah.
And those values are in the bin now, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I need to get that from bin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Which means I need to have a bin, right?
Yeah.
So I'm using that.
Okay.
I'm
Yes. Yes.
ASP
Yes.
ASP and user
User.
and from class
Uh-huh.
I can copy that.
Yeah.
Okay. And I have this and inside the body I need to display it. Okay. So that is nothing but this class. So I need to import the class. This one. Done.
Yeah.
Then in the body I'm displaying.
Okay.
First name.
Yeah.
There is nothing but JSP colon get property. And property is first name, right?
Yeah.
So this first name you can get from
Yes.
this one. Okay. And value, right?
Yeah.
Value, right? So value I'm getting value.
Name. So.
Bean, of course, bean is this bean. This bean, right? This bean. So get property from this bean, it gets this first bean. First name. Likewise, I copy, right, and a break tag here, and a break tag here, and this is last name. So get it from this one. Copy, paste. Designation, copy, paste. Not successful. Paste. And here let me write last name and here designation. Done. Now let us execute this and check for the values. I am executing this registration JSP. Something went wrong. Yes, let's do it from here. PHP set property must be empty and it is not. Okay, let me check set property. Okay, I do this like this. Okay, and let me check any other message. Okay, let me re-execute this. Okay, the problem was I'll do a control Z. It was like this, right?
Yeah.
JSP set property open, JSP set property close.
Yes.
It means that set property has body, this body, right?
Yeah.
So it is expecting yes. This slash also includes closing tag, right? Closing of JSP set property. HTML tag.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like BR tag. If you see BR, I never gave a closing tag for BR. in HTML, there are certain tags which some way where the closing tag is optional for some. Okay.
Yeah.
And here with some tags you can give like this also, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm.
So this is, so now this is valid. Okay. I'm doing refresh multiple times, and of course it is executing successfully. Okay. Now
Right.
let me
Yes.
give some value. Alex Graham Bell, designation scientist. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Something for my registration. When I click something, it has to go to success page, and it is not going. Let me check. Okay. Action
Action.
is
Yeah.
empty.
Success page.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back, back, refresh, give values again. Alex Graham scientist. And something went wrong, we will solve it.
Yeah.
So first name, last name. One thing is sure, success page is being executed.
Yeah.
It means the control is coming to success page. Whereas the first name, last name designation are null. So let us resolve this. What is missing? My success page. So user bean, use bean ID and demo user. Okay. Get property. First name is being null.
Yeah, because you are not taking it from the registration.
Here. And what is the scope I mentioned? With registration, the bean scope is request, of course. Property name, of course, correct. And of course, correct. Suspension. Right. Fine. It's. I mean, I'm late for my work because I thought of closing the session at 7. It's 7:15 now. I'll continue this sample tomorrow.
No worries.
Okay.
Tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, just a minute. I'll give you the time. So tomorrow at 7 a.m. we'll meet. Because the thing is, today is Sunday. Today evening I'll move from my home location to work location, where I'll be reaching there around 6:30 a.m. IST. So it's better we will have a session at 7 a.m. IST.
Okay.
I mean 07 a.m. IST. So it goes from to 08. for 1 hour. We shall finish this sample.
Okay.
Okay.
All right then. I'll email you the previous sample directives and execute, and
Okay.
also go through the materials which I'm supplying in that Word file. If possible, try to execute the samples that are available in Word file, or just analyze them. Those are very, very simple.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you also
And,
send us the practice, this notepad document?
yeah, sure.
All right.
This
Thank
one,
you.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I will send you.
Thanks.
Okay then. See you tomorrow at 7 a.m. IST. Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.